I'm Pat O'Toole. I'm a principal with GreenPlay. I've been with GreenPlay since 1995. Prior to that, I was a park and recreation director and assistant director in 4 different agencies, 4 different states, 4 different size, 4 different functions from 79 to 94. My experience is in facilities, operational aspects of parks, recreation, programming, those types of things. There's really not a type of facility, a recreation facility that's been created yet that I haven't either operated, built, supervised, and so my experience comes from actually rubber meets the road operational experience, and that includes everything from the insight, the creative side, the building side, and then the results side. So, as a project manager, most of what I do is kind of A to Z in Parks and Recreation. Master plans, strategic plans, feasibility studies, operational plans, business plans. So my experience has allowed me to be exposed to all those types of items that we do and we've asked to do from a GreenPlay perspective, but also from a perspective of the political environment. Again, I was fortunate enough to be the one that went in front of councils and had to sell the product, had to follow through and make sure that they worked. So from that aspect, that's kind of what we do with GreenPlay is listen to the community, see what is feasible for them to do and what will be supported and how to support it. I think also the toughest part of for me becoming a consultant from a park and recreation professional was when my job was done as a consultant. I really didn't get to stick around and help implement it. And most of the time I got really juiced by the process, and it was such a great plan. That was my life, my passion was to basically put those in place and make them operate. And it's kind of like your job's done. But the gratification is going back and seeing what the agencies have created from your plan. Well, I think the biggest thing is don't create just a wish list. It's easy to create a wish list and even prioritize it to what we heard everything in the community. I think what is really impacts the community is now compare those resources to what they have, that is what it's going to take, and figure out how far down that wish list they truly have the resources, and even stretch it a little bit and let them know where to find those resources and some opportunities to go after resources to put them in place. Likewise, there's only so many physical projects you could do in a year or 2 or 5, but to also look at that from a standpoint of what is feasible to implement over a period of time with the resources. One of the things I've been calculating my whole career since 1979 is how park and recreation departments across the country have funded themselves. So we currently have a list of over 100 ways, not all that are going to work for any department by no means, but it at least starts that list of process of elimination of the things that you don't want to do, can't do, but also leaves a list on there that really demonstrates how you can go out and fund this, because we usually deal with departments and agencies that tend not to have enough money to do what they want to do, so they need to look for other avenues of revenue. It is a roadmap, and it's very typically the plans we put together are flexible enough that they can allow you to maneuver in and out of some of the things that might change year in and year out, whether it's resource-wise or staffing-wise or just politically. But I think without putting a plan down that everybody has seen, contributed to, and at least has consensus on, and my definition of consensus is not that everybody has to agree with everything, but everybody can live with everything that's in that plan. And therefore you have that roadmap to take that and meet amongst yourselves and amongst the community, figure out who the partners are, who's going to assist in pulling those off. But it is that those marching orders, so to speak, of what you want to move the whole community towards. And I joined GreenPlay because everything that they do is fresh. It's customized to that community. It's starting with a blank sheet of paper. It's not cookie cutter stuff. And likewise, the quality of the work that GreenPlay does. And the other thing with GreenPlay is really having a list of folks we work with that if we don't have the answer, we know who to call to get that answer, or to at least expose the different opportunities that are out there. And we've been well exposed nationally and have an awful lot of networking and resourcing going on all the time.